I am going to attempt to communicate with the bear and make a peace treaty, for this is one of the most magnificent and beautiful creatures I've ever seen. Oh, shut! That was probably one of the stupidest intros I've ever done, but today I am here to bring you guys a video about how I became a RuneScape YouTuber and how you guys can become RuneScape YouTubers too. There are normally two aspects to being a YouTuber, but we're pretty much only going to cover the first one because that's the most relevant part. I'll touch upon the second one now though. The second one is search engine optimization, or essentially, just to clarify better, just tagging your videos properly. But we're not really going to go into that because that's a whole different thing, and I could probably save that for another video or something. So obviously the first part, which that's kind of weird, I don't know why I did the second part before the first part. Technically that was the first part, but whatever. So the first part, or second part, whatever you want to call it, of being a YouTuber is just making the content. The content has to be there. It doesn't really matter which way you look at it, but the content has to be there. So what do I mean by that? Well, when I started making videos, and I want to say like middle school, like 2007? I made this account first, so yeah, I made this account first because this is my oldest YouTube account, and then I switched accounts because I wanted to make different types of videos, and then I went back to this account again when I wanted to make RuneScape videos. So essentially, I made RuneScape videos for a bit on this channel. A lot of them had, like, I want to say 150,000 to 200,000 views when I came back in about like 2009 or 2010. I forget when I started uploading videos again on this channel. But they had a lot of views. They were like bounty hunter videos, and there was like a lot of I had a thing called RuneScape is random as well, which, I mean, I made a new way of doing that. But back then it was just like all of the classic videos you would see, like just dubs of things, which was just, I don't know, they weren't the best videos, but like I wish I never deleted them, because I did actually delete them because I thought, oh, that would be embarrassing to have this on my channel when I'm about to make Call of Duty content for this channel. Because when I came back, I was like, I'm going to make RuneScape and Call of Duty, and then I eventually decided, no, I'm just going to make Call of Duty. Because I originally, when I started YouTube, I made RuneScape videos. Again, they're all bad. Then I switched over to another channel. I think I called it like Muffins. My gamer tag was General McMuffins, or Gen McMuffins, or whatever it was, and I had like a little McMuffins clan. It was so stupid. But then I made videos on that channel, and that channel's still up, but I don't know, you guys can find that. I don't really feel like showing that right now. Maybe I'll show it in another video or on a live stream or something. But there was that, and then there was the like when I came back to this channel and I wanted to just make RuneScape and Call of Duty videos. But as I said, I just made Call of Duty videos, and I made the stupid decision of deleting all those old videos because I thought they were like good for the time being. Like I thought they were like produced like well enough for me being in middle school or whatever it was. Obviously in the grand scheme of things they suck, but it was like for nostalgia's sake. So to give you a general idea, if you haven't already, I have been doing YouTube since 2007. So the first thing about YouTube that I want to bring up is trial and error, because you need a lot of that when making videos. You need to find your own, I want to say specific genre or whatever you want to call it. You need to find your own image, because like I've looked at YouTubers that were successful, and then I've tried to copy them before. Like when I was in the Call of Duty scene, I tried to copy 2 Bucks, if you guys remember him. I tried to copy like Chris Archie when I first started out this channel again in 2009. I tried to copy like a lot of people, and it never really worked, and I didn't understand why. Well, obviously now I know why, and it's because you have to keep your own style. And as you know, generic as of advice that might be, I still see YouTubers today that all try to act like one YouTuber, but or I could say streamers, but it's not really, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to get into that. It's not really a big deal. But a lot of people don't understand that they need to have their own brand and image. So you need to always pretty much remain true to yourself, as lame as that sounds. So the next part we are going to go over is, again, the content. So, sorry about that. I'm not editing that out. I'm freaking lazy. So, the content side of things needs to essentially be something new. And you might think, oh, that's so hard to do something new. Well, that's really the point of it. Why would anyone want to watch you do any sort of old stuff? Maybe doing something old in a new way, like that could be a new way of doing things, but no one's really going to want to watch someone do an Iron Man at this point. Like, obviously, unless they are well known, like Mr. Mammal. Like, I even watch his Iron Man videos. I watch his streams and everything, and I don't ever watch streams really that pertain to that sort of deal, but it just depends on the person, really. Again, for another example, like, I never really watched Bodhi's PKing streams, but for Deadman mode, that's a new exciting thing, so of course I'm going to watch it. A lot of people have watched it, and he's been very entertaining throughout the whole thing. But that's just taking an extreme, you know, taking the top and comparing that. But that's just giving you a general idea as to the content that makes others, you know, want to watch. So, just to give a few basic ideas of what I've done to try to be quote-unquote unique, is I have tried to do all of these random things where they make people laugh and they entertain people, and sometimes they're like a real hit and sometimes they're like a real miss. Like, for example, I want to say, like, I'll give a random example. The video that I made messing with how to mess with scammers, I thought that would do like decently, but I never expected it to get, what, it's somewhere around 110k views now, which is something ridiculous, and it gave me a little series to do. And again, I might not always be on point with the jokes, because sometimes I just like to use dry humor and people don't really like that at times, but the point is that I tried to do something new and it paid off. There's been plenty of other times where I've tried to do things on this channel and they haven't paid off. One, for example, is the top 5 references or movie references in RuneScape, and it was just a complete parody. I pretty much just kept referring to Castaway, and like half the people liked it and then half the people didn't like it, or maybe that ratio is a bit off, but a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was funny, friends thought it was funny, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna upload it, and it didn't do well, but I still left it, point being, because I didn't really want to remove something just because half the people didn't like it. If it's the case that people don't like a video, then like unanimously don't like a video, or there's like something fundamentally wrong in it with it, then I will remove it. But normally I don't like to remove videos. So I always try to take chances. I don't try to do something bland unless I'm really good at it. So I did high risk videos, and like they did all right, but like I was like pretty good. Obviously I wasn't the best, but like I was pretty good at high risking. So videos like that did well. Like if you're a really good hybrid, you can make videos like that and they would do well. And obviously over time, but you pretty much just need to do what you're good at, essentially. So going back, well, not going back actually, I'll move on to my third point in a second. But one last thing that is good as well is, obviously you might know my channel or have subscribed to my channel for guides. So what I tried to do with guides is I saw people how they made guides, like, you know, they would make guides and they would be something along the lines of, like, I don't know, like a quest guide would be, they would sit there and go through the quest slowly. Sometimes they would mess up and forget a spade or something like that, you know. No, that's a joke. But there was like all of these long videos when I used to go and want to watch a guide. Like I watched a Monkey Madness guide or something like that, and it'd be like an hour and a half or like 50 minutes or something like that. And I thought to myself, I don't want to watch this. Who would want to watch this? That would stink. So I may as well just make a guide of my own and cut out all the unimportant information and just put everything that would be good to watch. You know, all of the meat of the quest and like everything you need to do. I'll tell them the exact options to select and everything. And that did really well. Like that pretty much more or less defined half of my channel. So that is something that, again, did really well, and that's something that I found to be a good formula. So I'll go. I said I wouldn't really go over it, but I'll go a little bit over it. So one last thing that I think is really important when you're making your channel is tagging videos and titling your videos properly. So again, I won't go too much into it, but essentially when people make videos, they make a very bland title. Not to say that you should make clickbait, because you should never really make clickbait. I've done that in the past by mistake. But you should pretty much just make videos with good titling and good like a good description and everything, because otherwise how are people ever going to find it? The way that people find videos on YouTube is not through, you know, like having their friends share. Like obviously that does help, and obviously if you post it to like Reddit or something, then it will do well, which that's something you should always do too if you think it is worthy of being on Reddit. But the way people need to start realizing that they need to tag their videos is they need to make it something interesting and something relevant to what you're doing in the video. So one more example is, let's say, the quest guide. I mean, that's not really a good example, because it's going to be hard to get up in the ranks for that. But let's say you do PKing or something. You just title it AGS PKing. That's kind of boring. You should probably title it something along the lines of, I don't know, let's say, the Armadyl Godsword PKing trip. I don't know. You should make it something interesting, because I've seen the title AGS PKing a million times, but I haven't, let's say, seen the title Deep Wild AGS PKing. I don't know. That's kind of lame too, but just to give you a general idea, you need to have a good title, a good description, at least decent tagging, and the content has to be there. So that's pretty much what being a RuneScape YouTuber is, at least to me. You have to have the content there, and you pretty much just need to be respectful all times of your fans, because they're pretty much the ones that make you and everything. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I went on for a lot longer than expected, and you guys, if you got this far, then wow. Say memes if you got this far, because I want to see how many people did get this far. One more time, say memes. But sorry if you guys just saw like the leftover crap clips of me trying to hybrid. I'm trying to learn to hybrid and everything, because I want to hybrid and make videos and stream about it. But yeah, I will probably try to get my next video to be a Darkscape video, or not Darkscape, what the fuck that game, a Deadman video. Okay, so I'll see you next time, because it's been way too long. Bye.